to tell you another new book called Anne on the English side. So let's begin. Last time I have told you about Anne in the House of Dreams, which she have a lot of amazing and having a full time and full of love. Now she have moved to a new houses and have a lot of children. It's actually about 6 to 7 children if you count on Joyce who have died. Okay, now this book, the childrens with Anne and Gilbert were going to have a lot of amazing things going to go. The children were going to go to school. They are going to grow up like what Anne have dreaming of all for all of the children. So let's begin. You see now, Jim was now almost as grown up as ever, and he really hated aunt of Mrs. I don't remember her name, but we're going to call it Mrs. Bleak. So Mrs. Bleak, I think about Marilla Bleak. Yes, Marilla Bleak. So Mrs. Marilla Bleak was actually aunt of his father, and Gilbert was very intense of the family, even the children. So they would do everything to make Marilla more gooder and more selfful. She going to stay for 2 months, and for that 2 months, 2 weeks, and for those 2 weeks, they must be prepared for everything. So they started to clean the house, and everything was going on very well until that woman came in. And as you know, that woman was a normal woman who always said hello to everyone and very kind. But she wasn't a good woman at all. She made the children scared whenever they saw her. She always told bad things and started to move things around the house like she was the house's owners, not everybody, not Anne and Gilbert. But they knew that she only stayed for 2 weeks, so they started to be themselves again. For that time, Anne started to bring all the children to their favorite way. Jem were going to go to Avonlea to stay, and we were going to go to Avonlea to stay. The second one was, I don't remember his name, but he was going to go to Lowbridge to stay, while the twins were going to stay there with Shirley and another new baby. Okay, now everything wasn't as good as ever. Their aunt wasn't as kind. She always told bad things to the children. She always made the children cry, and yes, for the first time when Anne and Gilbert have lived inside the house full of joy and happy, and not even one girl cried. But now all the children seem to always cry and love to be freedom. But now they can't. They have to in a prison. But their aunt doesn't know that, because if you tell bad things in front of somebody, they're going to get very shocked and very sad. So they started to they think of a way not to telling it, and they're going to go and do something else. And that is when Anne started to bring all the children to the places they really love to stay. Okay, now Anne was going to have a new baby in the time like this, the time when Marilla would stay. So the beauty baby was very beautiful and really honored, and anything was fun. The twins also had new friends after going to school. Everything seemed to be all okay again. Anne was really happy to see that now that Marilla was going to stay for 4 months now, everything was going to get more and more disaster than ever. But Anne had to do everything to make the life more gooder. Until on the Christmas day, there was a lot of amazing celebration, even Marilla. But she started choking on to spat out all those things about Christmas and Father Christmas and everything that make the make the children more and more angrier. They seem to be wanting a good Christmas, and thanks to Marilla, that Anne also that the children think that Anne don't love the children anymore, which make Anne really angry. But she must stay calm and let her customers stay. So the Christmas was going very okay again when there was a Father Christmas, which we have been attending on. There are presents and gifts for all the children they love. Also, in the Christmas time, there was also a big feast. But the feast usually really joyful. But when that aunt coming along, there wasn't any joyful things happen again. All right, now on the month about March or May, yes, May. Okay, on the month of May, which was Marilla's birthday, Anne started to celebrate a birthday for Marilla, and she was she was scared indeed. She hates noises, and she wanted to leave home at once, which made the family really happy. So the family had a joy of feast, and the cat also came there as well. Everything was happy and good again. Also, Susan, who is their servant, have said that there will be a lot of more things to do when the children are having go to school. They go to school and make a lot of new friends. Diana, which Anne have named one of her children to remind her about her friends named Diana. Diana, I believe, was a girl with red hair and have a lot of bad accidents that happened. She have made a lot of good friends, but they are not good. They always tell bad things to Diana. Well, then her twin sister, I don't remember its name. I think the name of that girl is I don't remember that girl's name now, but she was Dora. I think Dora. So this girl was really kind and generous. Also make good friends. Also, she can do everything she likes. She always dream a lot. The family also have a lot of good boys as well. The boys always play together outside the fields called the rainbow fields, and they have been grown each year. And every year there will be a very amazing surprise. Like Anne have got a good surprise from Jen. A necklace, and also Gilbert also have something amazing, more amazing for her. The children are very kind and generous with each other. They share food to each other. They help Susan and to do everything they want. They are the best and amazing children I've ever seen. And always born a new baby. And the last baby she had born out was Rilla Bleed. And she was adorable and the most cutest babies in the whole world. And I've ever seen such a beautiful baby like this. And everybody started to treat her until she was 3 years old. She can talk and do everything she wanted to. But then let the family have a very joyful life until bad things are happening. Let me see what happened to the bad things. It seemed like there are also some bad things on the side of the good things, like the twins have made a lot of good friends, like Diana have made a lot of friends, and she have made 2 best friends, but those 2 best friends wasn't actually good friends at all. They telling lies to her, which make her very miserable to hear that. On the other hand, her twin sister was having a good and amazing friends Diana haven't ever seen. She made friends with everything, even Jesus. The family have reminded on Jesus, and Jesus will always bring them everything they wanted. So the girl always asked Jesus to do this asked Jesus to do that, while the little girl had to pay back him by doing everything she had to do to satisfy Jesus. But then, on the time when Anne was sick, everybody started to worry because that diseases can cause a lot of illness and people get easily to get died. So she asked Jesus to help Anne getting better. Was she going to walk along the graveyard? The poor little 6 years old had to do that after what happened, and it seemed like really bad at all. But she had to doing this to help Jesus, to help her, to help Anne getting well better again. After better, they have talked about this, and the little girl don't want to do anything else again. While Diana, on the other hand, like I said, have a lot of friends, but it was bad. She also have no more heart to love everybody she really cared or loving anymore because she didn't trust everybody. Thanks to those two trusters. Okay. Well, little Diana was a joy, but she also really loved sports indeed, and she loved to make a lot of friends. She had made a lot of friends, but they are not the best friends. She was a best friend, but she can't make a good best friends. Until now, it was all over again. Alright, now let's go to Jem. Jem was a boy who loved to read books a lot, and he was a very generous boy indeed. But then, like Anne had always said to Jem, that he had also have bad things going on. When he was little, he had accidentally doing bad things like hate Marina and don't want to listen to his parents again. But now he becoming a good boy indeed. While his little brother was having trouble. He always dreamed a lot, and sometimes the dreaming have made him become very bad. But like all of that, they always having joy in the family, and also have a lot of bad strikes indeed. She have made a lot of friends and a lot of good people, but she also have a lot of ungood things happening, like the thing that happened when I find out that Gilbert Blythe wasn't work as usual and he isn't loving and like usual. He seemed to be busy and very pale. But Anne started to become very upset about this. She started to find out what happened, but can't not. Well, Gil have been really actually he'd been really scared about if he was doing something right or not. But Anne didn't know that, and she think that Gilbert had been loved Charlotte for again. But now Anne knew that it wasn't at all, and they started to having a lot of joy and love in his house. Well, in this book, there isn't anything new about what happened. It's just telling about what happened to the children, and Annie have a lot to face a problem, but also telling you that even though Anne was a woman now, a lady with 6 or 7 daughter and sons, she always dreaming and having fun. She loved her own children like everyone else, and she always going to love them. And the book also reminding you that you cannot cannot let the children have bad things. That you have a lot of good lessons inside this book as well. This is the end of the video. It's all a little bit short, but it's telling about it because it's telling about life of the children. But it's also telling that how Anne from the Green Gables house, now in Anne in the Isolate house, was so amazing and so good indeed, making you going to be loving Anne if you read the book. Well, this is the end of the video, and goodbye.